So we are in the contemporary philosophy, right? And the issue here is that we need to understand what and who is the human being, right? Because we came from a history that the essence, the reality in the beginning of the ancient philosophy is in the formal world, the ideal world, idealistic world. And after, in the beginning of the modernity, with Descartes, the focus will be in the subject, but in the subject that is thinking, right? So in the thinking process that after will be developed in the philosophies of Kant, Hegel, and the issue of the will with Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, and Freud with the determinism of the unconscious ideas guiding our consciousness and our acts. And here we are in a world with a technology that is able to the mankind can commit suicide with this technology, that is the atomic bombs, right? So here we start to see the power of technology and how this power become our master, right? So from the creator, we can become the creature of these machines. Let's see what Heidegger will say.
Wesen nach immer zu neuen Versuchen genötigt ist. Und gerade in der jetzigen Zeit würde ich meinen, indem ich auf die erste Frage zurückgehe, dass die Besinnung darauf, was und wer der Mensch sei, nötig ist, heute, wo die Gefahr besteht, dass der Mensch ganz der Technik ausgeliefert wird und eines Tages zu einer gesteuerten Maschine gemacht. Sie haben noch eine andere Bemerkung, wo Sie auf Ihr eigenes Land Bezug nehmen und sagen, dass Ihr Land und Ihr Volk zu den unterentwickelten Völkern gehören. Wenn man von unterentwickelt spricht, muss man immer fragen, welches Ziel ist gedacht für die Entwicklung? Nach der heutigen Auffassung der europäischen und amerikanischen bedeutet Entwicklung, das heißt zunächst zu einer modernen technischen Welt. Von diesem Gesichtspunkt aus würde ich sagen, dass Ihr Land aufgrund seiner alten und ständigen Überlieferung hochentwickelt ist, demgegenüber die Amerikaner mit ihrer Technik und ihren Atombomben.
So the use of atomic bomb, if we think about the instincts in the Freudian theory and we remember the instinct of death at the side of the instinct of life, and if we think in these instincts in a collective level, right? So we will ask, human beings with this kind of power, the atomic bomb, what will be the behavior of the human beings after this kind of power is disclosure for the human species, right? So is it possible that we are not condemned to these instincts? Maybe this kind of existence and this, where the existence came before the essence, is what after Sartre will say that we are condemned to the liberty, to the freedom. So we need an answer for this dark perspective that Freud came to bring to us, and maybe this path to get out of this dark scenario is in the existentialism, right? So I don't care where I came from. I'm here now. I'm existing now. And the action is what will guide the notion of the subject. We are free in essence because we simply exist here. Doesn't matter why. We are here. And what we can do now is the action. So, liberty, freedom, is it possible when we think about the Freudian theory? We have liberty, or there's a determinism, and the end of our species is not so far considering the technology, right? One important question: when self-driving cars and human surgeons commit less errors than humans driving a vehicle or operating another human being, well, the robot will be the road, right? So, it's very possible that we are controlled by the machines. So we need to start to think more, what is the being? What differs us from another kinds of life and from the machines? Is the consciousness of the being? What is the human being in a world that technology, the biotechnology, the technology of the artificial intelligence, what are the human being? What is the being?